Hello my lovelies, welcome back. Today's vlog is on Harlem Fashion Week and how to produce your fashion line in Harlem.
But then once my partner moved to Harlem, there was something about the energy. On Lenox Avenue, it was Lenox Avenue, and it felt familiar. You know, like I knew people even though I didn't know them, and everybody had their stands outside. Like it was everything that I seen on television or heard my parents talk about with the Savoy. And it was funny that my partner moved in the building that was named something else, and they named it Savoy because that was.
We do a downtown tour also, so that's the next one. So if you want to go to the one we do in the Garment District, we do that one. We're going to be going back downtown next month. So if you're uptown and you need something real quick, you don't get a chance to go downtown, that's one of the locations that we go to, is when we is Save-A-Thon. So we're going to share what they have to offer there. Once again, the plus side about going to these locations with Harlem Fashion Week is that you have the opportunity to meet the people that we work with, so that you're able to get those kind of discounts and get that personal service. So Yvonne is gonna, when we get to Save-A-Thon, and I'll introduce you to, she works with them personally. So when you want to, let's say, order things in large numbers, you want to have the relationship to be able to order fabrics in large numbers. They also then to be able to do those kind of things. So we want to build relationships for you to be able to help develop your fashion design business. That makes sense? Sometimes it's kind of scary, and you go into these spaces that you don't know who to talk to. But that's why we're bringing you into the spaces so that you can build those connections, and then when you go back, you remember I was here with the Harlem Fashion Week. Sure, they say sure, and you're welcomed in. Also to get, like we shared with Jonathan, inside information, so that when you go there on your own, they're not taking the time to kind of give you the whole speech. You kind of just go shop and see. But when you're coming down through the tour, you're going to get the opportunity to get all the information, what they have to offer, and then when you come, you'll be a lot more informed. So we're going to have a fun time, also informative time. Feel free also to ask questions as we go. This is the time you want to ask questions, to get everything you want to know, because that information is what you're going to be using to make those next steps. Also, I just want to remind you, and I see some return. Anybody else return tour members? Anybody else who came from previous? So I have two. This couple in the back. How y'all doing? It was a previous tour of ours. So once you start, we're also part of the family. So you want to stay connected because we're always doing something. We always have something happening so that you're able to grow. We also do consultations. So if you want to do one-on-one, then you also get to sit down with myself or Yvonne to do one-on-one consultations to be able to build your brand. After something along this line, we're going to give you information now for our downtown tour. So you're going to get that today so that you as participants are able to register before everybody else does. And we probably, so that you would also share the information. So this is the time to please ask tons of questions, okay? So we're going to be going to Save-A-Thon first. We also want to take you to some Harlem monuments to kind of see that as well. And we're going to take you to some boutique owners to talk about how to get your thing to boutique. We're going to take you to the manufacturing house. It's called So Harlem. And people don't know that you can actually manufacture in Harlem. So people asked us in previous tours about manufacturing, so you're going to go there as well. And that's going to be kind of cool. Those of you who are interested in Ankara fabric, I mean, I had a compliment on this jacket that I'm wearing today. It's actually kind of dusted that I'm wearing today. I got it done at a tailor right on one.
Guys, everybody look on the right.
Oh, sorry.
This is coming up on the right. It's actually where we're having Harlem Fashion Week. Oh, your left, my right. It's where we do Harlem Fashion Week.
Yes, right here. This is Harlem Fashion Week's location.
This is the Museum of the City of New York.
Yes.
And Harlem Fashion Week takes over the entire building for Harlem Fashion Week every year. All right, sorry.
Thank you for throwing that in, yes. So that is phenomenal. Our show is on 5th Avenue, right across from Central Park. So if you're part of Harlem Fashion Week, because I today, yes. Chantel is one of our designers. Hi. Shantara. I'm sorry. One of our designers, so that's where Harlem Fashion Week. And then the plus side about only for today's tour, it's only one, that everybody who came to the tour gets a free ticket to Harlem Fashion Week. So that's where Harlem Fashion Week is going to be. And it's not a room in the museum, it's the entire museum.
It's the whole building.
Okay, so we have all 4 floors for Harlem Fashion Week. So every one of you that attended today's tour already received a complimentary ticket to attend the show in September.
Nice.
Isn't that great?
Yes.
And so you getting your money's worth on this one. Honestly, this is only today's tour. We're not giving out tickets, but we sell out. We don't have a problem selling tickets. for the show. We sell out every single year that we have it.
Right.
We did want to, since this was the inaugural Harlem Fashion Tour, we wanted to give you something special for joining this.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
So in addition to everything you'll see, you also get a free ticket, which is like I said, you're definitely getting your money's worth today. Well, while out to hell, you're going to say brand it out. And that's important because you may have a lot of different ideas, but you want to get known for one thing. So and then you build out. Even Yvonne had that issue when she got started.
You have to. I think it's important. It's also a focus and like a sounding board. You want to stick to your story. What is your niche? What is your market? Once you have that, you can literally have fun after, but you want to make sure you're known for one good thing, so that way people come to you for that. So literally, like, I haven't changed my number in about 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
People still call me like, hey, I need to so and so, and you were the first person I thought about. I'm like, I haven't spoken to you since 2010, and they're like, yeah, but you were the person I thought about. Do you still do it? I'm like, of course I still do it. Like, that would be highway robbery for me to stop doing what you remember me from 10 years ago. And you just progress and you get better and you add on other things. You partner with people who are going to make that brand flourish, but never change it, because that is your staple. It's your signature. So think about what's your signature. So when we go to Save-A-thon today, you want to look for, I always go for the basics for them. My basics, what I say for them are their denims. They have very good denim, very great pricing. You want to look for things like your chiffons, your mesh, your jersey knit. Those are things that are your solid. So almost like your solid, this is a jersey knit that you can do something with as your base. You're not going to find the most luxurious fabrics, but you're all going to find very good bases to add things to. Ask them, how much do you have of this in stock? That's a very good question. If you guys are going to be building a collection, having pieces in boutiques, how much can I purchase of this? Is this available in your warehouse? They have a warehouse. Specifically why we're going here is because they have a warehouse. What's the width? What's the dial out? Like, how often can I reorder this? Those are the really important questions you want to ask. And then maybe get a sample of it. Can I purchase a yard of this? That way I can make a sample with it. And then can I email you and ask for more? Because I know some people are not from here, you know? So they will ship it to you. They definitely will.
So we are here at the same time in Walk I'm going to let Yvonne go ahead. 1 second.
Yeah.
Actually,
right.
It's the same time. You see it there?
Right in front
Okay,
of the
thank you.
supermarket. Thank you. In East Harlem, on 103rd and 3rd Avenue, and here's a place that I go to for my leather, my denim, and my jersey knit specifically, but also Save-A-thon has sewing classes. They also sell sewing machines and repair sewing machines, which is really helpful during Fashion Week when you're going crazy and your sewing machine just has a random breakdown. You can bring it here and they have sewing machine repairs. Also, when you buy your machines here, they give you a certificate that you can always come back and get your machine repaired. So it's kind of cool. Like $50. That's like if you can be that. So I feel like Save-A-thon is one of those places where you see something you like, get it right. Gotcha. All right, everybody's ready to go?
Yes.
Is it off?
Yeah, everybody's ready.
Okay. All right.
We've been shopping with you guys for over 10 years. So this is some of our
Hello.
Yeah, so this is Melissa. Can you just share how long you guys have been here and about your mom and all the amazingness that she brings to the market?
So my mom has been in the market for close to 20 years. She travels to Africa a few times a year herself to bring these products, and she loves being here. She loves meeting different customers, sharing our culture with the people here, and it's a great place. I mean, she's been here for 20 years, so it's been working out really well for us, and we're really grateful that we have an opportunity to meet Yvonne and to see her from time to time and to see how she's doing as well. So
Actually, this coat that I'm wearing, I got here from Sabina. Actually, I have 3 pieces. Yes, we haven't seen you, so we've seen your mom like a couple days ago. She told us she was not going to be here today. We're glad that you were able to be here. Yes, this fabric I got actually a pair of pants as well as a whole other coat I got purchased here from Sabina. And so what was really cool is that when I first met Sabina, is when I was also an educator and I was doing an African dance show, and I came here to get the fabric for the fabric, and that was literally like 10 years ago. Yeah. And every year we got tons and tons of fabric, and over the years we continue. Every time we did the show, I came here, got it from Sabina, then I introduced Sabina to my daughter who was doing designing, and then she came over. So once again, they're a family-owned business, we're a family-owned business, and that's really important to the building, having that healthy relationship. So once again, if you're really enjoying Ankara fabric, as well as Yvonne said, some of the home goods, like I have 2 of these stools in I have one in my house, this African stool here, and Yvonne has one in her house. So you want to also see different things that you might want to purchase, the jewelry, things of that nature as well. So we just want you to look around and be able to, support one another. That's really important, okay? All right. So anybody can come in and want to see fabric? All right, so they want to come in and see fabric. So whoever wants to go, it's a small section, so we let you go on like 3 or 4 at a time. Is that okay? Whoever really wants to see it first? Okay, so yes.
Like me. Come on. Waste no time.
Anybody else? Come on, 3 people, so we can get 3 or 4. Come on, thank you. Come up. Real quick, we got to talk quick. Anybody, one more person who wants to see?
Also just learning about buyers, learning about how to be in a boutique. So would you mind sharing some knowledge?
Oh, I love it. That's why they're here, right?
Yes.
So there's so many ways to come into the fashion industry, right? Some people think it's just design, but for those of you who have a love for food or photography, for film, for television, for theater, for art, there's just so many ways to do it. There's no right way or wrong way to enter the garment center. So the first thing I want you to do is have an open mind about how flexible this industry is and where you think you can fit in. It's not just clothing. Some of you may just want to design the fabric. Some of you may want to just work in just colors for the season. You are already thinking, what are the colors for next summer? Well, if you're that kind of person, then you need to be working in that part of the industry, right? So no right way, no wrong way. I came into retail by way of being in the garment center. I started very
a couple of questions, actually questions that be helpful for our team or for our participants. Give us 3 things that you would advise, because these are all like emerging designers, emerging people in the fashion industry, and just because we've been asking just for them to get the tips on how to develop, and especially because once again they're at that place where y'all were over 20 years ago starting. And what are some things, and it might be, what were some challenges that you faced, and how did you overcome that? I rather that than the tips. Just give me 3.
Let's try the tips. For those that are designing, I always say, because I started sewing in 6th grade. I graduated as a ladies formal wear designer from FITM. So my thing was, I wanted to do what was already out there, ladies formal wear design. But what was going to be my flip? What did I not see in these formal wear designs that made me want to go into it? So I always say that to anybody, there's enough designers out here, but welcome. But if you're gonna come and do something fly, even if it's experimenting with fabric, if you have to go downstairs in the upholstery department and get something and flip it, do things outside of the box, because now this is our time to look and see what are you bringing to this table that's already been on this table. You know, so those are things that I always tell everybody. Menwear, you know, if you're coming into menwear as a lady, don't come designing on what you think you thought was going to be flying your husband or your boyfriend. Bring out something that you think is going to be fly on everybody, so that you see them all year round, every year round wearing it. So I'm saying that come out with timeless, classic fabrics for men. Don't come out here doing no neons and stuff that's going to be in for July 4th and be gone August 17th. And we're not going to spend money like that. So when it comes to designing for men, just make sure y'all coming in. Give us another strong jean. Give us a jean that fit a black man. You know, so if you're going to start doing jeans, think about stretch. Maybe even get creative and cut it on the bias, so you let men like myself who got 20-inch calves, my shit was stretch finally, you know? So think about those things when you're and I think that's about it. That's my 2 tips, not 3.
Once again, I just wanted to comment, and I shared this when we were on the Brownstone, that when you are ready to buy that outfit, this is where you come to.
Right.
This is what that's about. We are supporting one another. So when you want to get that fly outfit, you try to say, oh, you're getting that fly gear for your boyfriend, for your husband, you know, try to say for a friend of yours, for your brother. Father's Day is coming up soon. So you come here to Harlem Haberdashery and you support this establishment instead of going downtown to Bloomingdale's and Macy's. Because that money is being recirculated within our community and we are supporting one another. So like I said, I'm gonna check in with y'all. When I see stuff and I'm on your IG, where you get that from? You know, and be able to say that you are willing to invest in one another because you want somebody to invest in you. Mm-hmm. So that's talking about planting that seed. So you come here and say, you know what, I'm planting a seed. I'm going to be a part of it because when you come to an establishment like this and you are purchasing, you're actually planting a seed in your own business because you want somebody to purchase from you.
Right.
That's why we do that. We want to make sure that we support one another. And I encourage it. I'm on live. I'm on video. That's what we're for real because then we want to say we're out here. We're going to come back to Harlem Haberdashery. I'm going to get that jacket. I'm going to get that 5001 Flavors outfit. I'm going to get that. We're going to support one another because we don't do that enough. Mm-hmm. You're always ready to go someplace else and get that fly. No, come here and get it. So I want to see what y'all got for Father's Day.
All of them, they needed somebody who knew how to hit a big ninja fly. So that's when 5001 was developed. So we came out doing Forrest Brown, we were doing Christopher Williams, all that leather with Mary J, all that leather with Jodeci. Those were all of our projects from day one. Pun, Biggie, everything Biggie we did. You know, so that's how it really started. It started 27 years ago doing it. We're still doing it right now. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So like even my summer stuff is sitting on the table in the office because here you got people like Khaled who wanted to shoot a 17 doggone photo shoot with 17 different looks. So all my summer is sitting on that because all that stuff he had to do. But that album took over, you know. Then you got people like Cam Newton who wants a doggone quilt made so he can walk down the Met Gala. So all my stuff gets put, so.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we go, and I want to make sure you take a lot of pictures and hashtag Harlem Haberdashery, hashtag Harlem FW. That's another thing we want to make sure that we're doing. It's about building the network and it's about spreading the word. Okay, so we want to make sure you take pictures. You hear this is where I am. This is what also the place to open up this space to you. That's really important. We want to say thank you for Harlem Fashion Week.
I'm glad we were open.
Yes.
Thank
you so much.
Weekends in a row that we was gonna be
So we're so glad.
I'm happy this worked out.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
So if y'all in Brooklyn, Tap and Court, August 10th. That's when you'll get to taste our spirits and everybody else who's launching.
So where's it say? Tap and Court?
Tap and Court. It's going to be at King's Theater in Brooklyn on Flat.
All right, August 10th. Send us information because you know we're going to shout y'all out. We'll let everybody know. All right, thank you so much. Once again, before we give you about 5 minutes, take pictures so that before you go and tag Harlem Haberdashery, tag Harlem FW. All right, thank you.
Missouri.
So Harlem.
Wow.
I started this about 8 years ago as an opportunity to be part of the redevelopment of the Manhattanville Factory District. In the 8 years, we've tried a lot of different things, worked with a lot of different types of creative entrepreneurs, but I guess the last 3 or 4 years, we've really focused and honed in on fashion because that ended up being the greatest demand from artists. That's what they needed. They needed a place to work, to sew, to cut, to think, to create, etc. So that's what we've been doing the last 4 years. We have a couple of creative entrepreneurs with us here today, and they're going to speak for themselves and tell you about what they do, show you their designs. So Olivia Smasham, who's one of our designers, is not here, but her recent work, which is she did an entire wedding. She dressed people coming to the wedding, and that's on her desk as well as her lookbook. But don't take those; it's the only ones we have left. The other person who's not here is Jackie, who makes all these incredible bags. So holiday weekend, so people have plans to be away. There's some bags behind you. And those are all made from recycled fabrics that we upcycle into nice designs. So it's a lot of nylon, just materials that people were going to throw out actually. And we also have an apprentice, who I think she's coming, who did the Obama bags, which are up there. Huh? Well, she said she's not coming. So, but I'm gonna let Henry, Noah, Mia, and Javier talk to you about what they do here at So Harlem. And I also I have a little family emergency and can't stay, so that's why I'm kind of sorry. It just happened.
Yeah.
This is some information on our studio, like for designers who need pieces made or patterns made or samples made or need advice. And this is about our membership program. And then these are just cards, nice cards to have. But you've been here now, you know who I am, so you know how to reach me, how to find me. And I'll probably be back, but I'm sure you'll be gone by then. But if not, reach out to me if you have any more questions.
Thank you.
So I'll let Henry take over. Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Welcome to So Harlem. My name is Henry Smith. I am the owner and CEO of the Man Henry House of Tailoring, where we teach people how to construct garments. We focus on textile, garment construction, machine control, hand sewing, fittings. And if you look over here, there's a mannequin over here that has this jacket, a pair of pants, and vest. These are all items that are custom made that we teach our students to do. They get the opportunity to focus on individual garments. If they're interested in making pants making, focus on pants making. If it's jacket making, coat making, tie making, shirt making. We have a curriculum for all of those items where the student gets to actually create their own garments. They can focus on pocket making for the pants, pocket making for a jacket. You're doing plaids, the process of matching plaids according to the stripes. So if you're doing nap fabric, understanding the process of all the pieces going in the same direction so that you don't get any shade variation in the fabrics. And we take a student at every level. If they've never sat at the sewing machine before, or if they're an experienced sewer, or if they're someone that's been self-taught, at all levels we take in the students. We have been pretty successful thus far. I've been here at So Harlem for the past 8 months, and the enrollment increases every 8 weeks. Every time we start a new session, the classes have increased thus far. So I'm happy about it and look forward to continuing. Any questions for me?
Can we get your information?
Comes on that paper there.
I have some business cards that I will give you in the meantime. These are some shirts that I've designed or that I'm in the process of working on. Don't try to steal my logos.
Nice.
You know what I
I'm not
do.
arrogant, I'm not conceited, but
King of what I do?
I'm just sure of what I do.
The man and
That's my logo.
Special thank you to Harlem Fashion Week for hosting this tour and taking us to the timeless Harlem boutiques. Stay tuned for more.